and you believe what's been going on here the last couple of days when it comes to your beloved Brexit?
It's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah.
We thought we had settled this question in a referendum. We thought we had settled this question with the 2 general elections that have happened since the referendum. And yet here we are with Treasury officials. It's clearly come from the Treasury. Someone in the Treasury briefing that we should have a Swiss-type relationship. A couple of things. Not even Switzerland, I believe, would want to start off, if they could start from scratch, would want a Swiss-type relationship with the EU. One of the reasons why a Swiss relationship with the EU would be so bad is because if we were to have a Swiss-type relationship with the EU, it would be dependent upon the goodwill of the EU. And the one thing we've learnt over the past 4 years is Britain cannot rely on the goodwill of the EU. So it would be absurd to go down that route. The real question is, who on earth is briefing this?
Well, Douglas, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm pretty certain this was Jeremy Hunt himself. He had a meeting with the Sunday Times after the autumn statement, which was disastrous, by the way. He has been stony silence today, Douglas. If this wasn't him, why would he not just come out and say, no, it wasn't me that leaked it to the Sunday Times? And you only have to look at the track record of Jeremy Hunt, Douglas, to be incredibly concerned. I mean, I'm sure you remember, but after the referendum, he was proposing a second vote or a Norway Plus style deal that would have tied us to the EU, including free movement. So this isn't a guy who has ever believed in Brexit.
Well, to be fair to him, I don't know for sure who briefed this, and you can guess, but I don't think you know for certain who briefed this. What I think
I don't, in fairness, I'm just speculating.
Okay. It's likely to have come from within the Treasury. And what's so alarming is that over the past few weeks, since the coup d'etat against Liz Truss, we really see the Treasury technocrats taking charge. They're taking charge of fiscal policy, of tax-raising policy, and now it seems they're even making a play to try to get control of Europe policy. I would argue that the Treasury orthodoxy has been a disaster for this country. It has produced 10 or 15 years of very low growth, poor productivity, Oz-Brown economics. It's been a disaster. The idea that they should now be trying to undo Brexit, I think, is extremely alarming. Do you know, when I listen to things like this, I think actually Britain needs an early election. And the reason for that is simply because, there'll be a lot of Conservatives and a lot of people on the centre-right like me who instinctively wouldn't want an early election because of fear that actually the other lot might win. But hold on a second. If you're going to have Conservatives governing as pro-EU socialists, you might as well have an early election so that we can actually, put it to the people. And if the people reject socialist conservatism, we can actually have a real socialist government, and the Conservatives in opposition might come to their senses. I'm not sure that there's anything to be gained by 2 years of reheated Ted Heathism or reheated John Majorism.